I want to thank you for the opportunity to testify today, and to the other members of the committee and all of your leadership on this issue. I want to give a particular recognition to your staff and the investigation that they did. So often around here, all of us rush to the cameras and take credit, and we don't pause and recognize the people that sit in the chairs behind us on the dais that do very hard work. And I think the investigation that this committee did should be embarrassing to the United States of America, because it is obvious that we have put laws on the books that we are making no effort to enforce, which basically says that we don't have the respect for our laws that we teach kids in middle school around America. I also want to thank my colleague, Senator Blunt, who is here, and obviously I want to thank Carl Glassman from Leggett & Platt, who is here, a great Missouri company that has been harmed by the problems that we're talking about today. This is important to Missouri. You know, if we sat around and tried to add up all the money that our government is spending trying to create jobs, look at the incentives that every locality is trying to offer companies to locate in their community. Look at the money states are spending to try to attract manufacturing to their states. Look at the amount of time we spend in these halls talking about job creation and how much we care about it. And then we are complicit in allowing our federal government to ignore laws that is doing more harm in my state in terms of job creation than many other things that we spend more time on. If you look at Leggett & Platt, if you look at Mid-Continental Nail, if you look at M&B Metal Products in Missouri, they have all suffered from the problem that we're discussing today. M&B Metal Products had to close a plant in western Missouri because of the failure to enforce these provisions. And these duties aren't imposed lightly. I mean, I'm trying to figure out, why do we even have the ITC? Why don't we save the money? If these companies are going to spend the time and effort and go through the very rigorous process of getting these duties imposed, and then we're going to pretend like they don't mean anything, it seems to me that that is another waste of money. If we are going to impose these duties, then it is time that our government decides that it's important that we enforce them. We're seeing more evidence of duty evasion, widespread evasion. I'm not convinced that Customs and Border Protection is committed to enforcing these laws. I think that they've been ignored and not been taken seriously for so long that it's part of the culture. Many companies who have brought specific complaints to Customs and Border Protection say that Customs has not followed up on those complaints. Many complaints of evasion were made years ago. Customs only began tracking this problem in 2008. It's good they're paying more attention now, but their track record still leaves much to be desired. I've asked Customs to provide me with a list of all the allegations it's received since 2008 and what it has done to respond to these allegations. According to that data, Customs has never initiated an investigation into duty evasion on its own. It only responds to tips. So what Customs has not done is the very basic work that your committee staff did, Mr. Chairman. These, as your committee found out, they're actually advertising duty evasion on their websites. This is not difficult to determine that this problem is ongoing. The data shows Customs takes an average of 4 months to close an investigation. In many cases, closing a case means referring it to its own field office or Immigration and Customs Enforcement for further action. It can take 9 months just for Customs to refer an allegation to its own field office. I'm hopeful, Mr. Chairman, that this committee can ask Customs, why does it take so long for Customs to refer an allegation to Customs? This should not be a difficult process. Another problem is Immigration and Customs Enforcement. They are in charge of prosecuting criminal allegations. I have asked ICE to tell me how many allegations they've received. ICE has said it can't provide that data. So we can't judge how seriously it is taking this problem. ICE has told my staff that one of the biggest problems it faces are fly-by-night import companies who disappear before its attorneys can prosecute. With all due respect, Mr. Chairman, we have tremendous law enforcement capabilities in this country. I have been honored and blessed to have the opportunity to participate in law enforcement activities in this country. I am confident we have the ability to criminally go after these people, and it will deter future actions like we are obviously aware are occurring on a daily basis in this country. Missouri jobs are at stake here. Missouri companies that have invested their own money trying to do the job the government should be doing shouldn't have to go into their own pocket to try to enforce the law. I appreciate the work this committee is doing, and I stand ready and able to help in any way I can to solve this problem on behalf of jobs in this country and jobs in the state I love dearly.